Welcome back to our Express Olympic Legacies special from Whistler Village. Now, there are lots of big changes, as we've talked about, to this area, from the sliding center to Function Junction. But maybe one of the biggest changes to the landscape of downtown Vancouver, the new convention center. It was home to the International Broadcast Center during the games and now is a hub for some of the city's biggest events.
One of our selling philosophies around bringing new business to Vancouver is seeing is believing. And once people come here and see all that Vancouver has to offer, it makes it very compelling for them to want to book here.
The Vancouver Convention Centre is one of our city's iconic buildings. And during the Olympics, it played a very significant role.
We were the main media center for the Olympics, which for us was very exciting. The West Building was the International Broadcast Center, and the East Building was the Media Center. So we had about anywhere from 10 to 14,000 people working in the building. We were operating 24/7.
Post-Olympics, the Vancouver Convention Centre is a busy place with world-class facilities, local art, and some very distinctive elements.
I think that in general there was a pent-up demand for Vancouver. I mean, our existing facility was a wonderful facility. It served Vancouver very well for many years. But this year alone, we've done well over 20 pieces of very large international convention business that couldn't have happened without the expansion.
And that expansion included the area outside the convention center, where the Olympic spirit burned bright all through the games.
I don't think any of us had any idea of how many people this would draw. Thousands and thousands of people, very large crowds, very exciting.
And the area around the cauldron is a civic plaza for the public to enjoy.
It was named in honor of Jack Poole. It's the Jack Poole Plaza because, of course, Jack played a tremendous role in bringing the Olympics here.
And from that plaza, you can see what lies above the convention center. I'm standing on top of the largest green roof in Canada, 6 acres. Now, it's not meant to be a green manicured lawn. It's meant to be a living ecosystem that's home to more than 20 indigenous species of plants and grasses. It's also home to a population of urban bees who work hard all year round to produce almost 150 pounds of honey for the Vancouver Convention Centre. Those bees and that roof helped this building earn a LEED Platinum certification, the only convention centre in the world to have achieved that.
And our ambition is to elevate Vancouver and as one of the truly global leaders in the convention industry. And we've heard it from many of our customers that there's really nothing like this building anywhere else in the world. I mean, it really is truly one of the finest facilities in the world today, which we should all be proud of.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
The Vancouver Convention Center offers public tours, and you can book yours on their website. Now, our next Olympic Legacy special takes us to Cypress Mountain, where they're still feeling the high of the games. And that's not just because of the many improvements. They're pretty proud of the fact that they were home to one of the first Olympic golds won on home snow.
Nearly 1 year after the games, Cypress Mountain is packing more powder than you can shake a stick at. And that means even on this foggy Wednesday afternoon, hundreds have hit the slopes to swish and reminisce.
I really enjoyed my time and my Olympic experience, and it's nice to come here and ski here and feel that there's a little bit of that Olympic spirit just hanging around.
Some of the days were just unbelievable hype here when Shaun White was up here for the half-pipe events, for when Alexander Bilodeau won the first gold medal on home snow. I mean, it was an amazing feeling being up here.
A feeling of pride that Cypress can now brag of being home to the first Olympic gold medals won on Canadian soil. That's thanks not only to stellar performances by Bilodeau, but JCJ Anderson and Mayal Ricker too.
The cheering in the crowd and everyone walking away grinning ear to ear, it was it was a great start to Canada winning, 14 gold medals in the end. So it was an unbelievable moment to be up here at Cypress Mountain.
A year later, Cypress is still riding the high of the games. Komen says skiers and boarders flock to the mountain in record numbers over the holiday season. But whether that's due to impeccable conditions or Olympic name recognition is still a bit foggy.
Hard to say. I think we'll look at that statistic at the end of the year to see if it really brought in international business.
And it's not only about tourism dollars and notoriety. The Olympic Games have given Cypress Mountain a number of infrastructure improvements as well. Like 35 of these state-of-the-art snow guns, now used all season long to turn icy patches into powdery paths. And this Cypress-funded $14 million lodge, the size of a football field. Inside, a bar, a restaurant, and a cafeteria that seats 600.
It's just an amazing facility. Like, the runs are good, the facility is good, and it's just a great place to be.
And that's the Olympic legacy locals want. However, this is the image some visitors are stuck with. Nothing a little powder combined with a stunning view can't fix. I'm Chung on Cypress Mountain for The Express.
The Moguls Run, where Billy Joe won gold, is now open to the public, so you can strap on your skis and relive the hype for yourself. You're watching The Express, and we've got more post-Olympic dreams coming true after the break. Up next on The Express, Vancouver's Hillcrest Community Centre.
This destination facility is a state-of-the-art aquatic center, and in August, the adjoining community center with ice and curling rinks will open.
We have started a recreational program for skeleton and bobsleigh.
The Whistler Sliding Center.
This one is gold from the Canadian Championships last year, and this
The Express. This is your local voice.
Training tips are brought to you by Team Diabetes.
More than 9 million Canadians are living with diabetes, including my older sister. She was diagnosed with type 1 when she was just 3 years old. I want to find a cure. She's my inspiration to run a half marathon in Iceland with Team Diabetes. The only problem is, I hate running. Ready?
How do you expect to run in those?
The nicest thing to have when you're running in the rain is the proper gear. So you want to stay away from cottons. You want to have synthetic fabrics, so something that's either nylon or polyester based. Ball cap is good, keeps the water out of your eyes. Rain jacket, long tights, proper footwear.
I think you're going to want this.
Yeah, and it matches my other secret weapon. Fleece lined tights.
Ooh, nice and warm.
So you want to think about safety measures when you're running in the rain. So you want to be very visible. So a headlamp is great, reflective gear is great, and you want to be able to hear things, so don't wear an iPod.
I love running in the rain.
Oh, it's so peaceful out here. I love it. It's great. No one's around. So you also want to plan your run route and stay away from slippery surfaces and debris. And the best thing about running in the rain?
Post-run hot chocolates. To donate or sign up, go to teamdiabetes.ca. For Shaw TV, I'm Johanna Ward.
I went on the ice when I was 4, and I practiced, and I practiced, and I practiced. And now I'm really, really good at it.
The War Amps, for the love of the game.
Welcome back to our Express Olympic Legacy Special from Whistler Village. We've got some fast action from the Whistler Sliding Center coming up after a tour of Vancouver's Hillcrest Community Center, which was transformed into a recreation hotspot after its role as the wheelchair curling and curling venue during the Games.
The Hillcrest Park Community Center, or the Vancouver Olympic Center as it was known this time last year, was a hotbed of curling action during the Olympics. Now it's making a splash with the local community.
The whole community's coming. It's become a destination facility, and so recently I did some statistical work on postcodes, and we find that probably 30% of our attendances are actually coming from wide and far.
This destination facility is a state-of-the-art aquatic center, and in August, the adjoining community center with ice and curling rinks will open.
We are replacing the Riley Park Community Center across the street with a new 30,000 square foot community center, and we also have a double gymnasium that is a hardwood floor.
Right now, the pool alone sees between 2,500 and 5,000 users a day. Last week, they marked their 500,000th visitor, and it's easy to see why.
Behind me here, we've got the lap pool plus a whole new leisure experience, as we call it, with the hot pool and the leisure pool. And it's just changed the way that we actually have people come in and use the facility. It's much more flexible. When the legacy side of the facility opens in about 8 months' time, we reclaim a lot of the heat off the back of the ice making, and we get to use that heat in heating the pool and the water, the air.
Michael has been coming to the pool and fitness facility to rehab a leg injury.
I can honestly say that it's a want to be here situation. There's no congestion, or very limited, if any, and people are very respectful of each other as well.
During the Olympics, it was such an exciting time, and it was so exciting watching 5,500 people marching down the road 3 times a day to come here and enjoy this beautiful facility. And now we're going to open the doors to the community at large to do the same, to come and enjoy. This is their community center, and this very much is a local community center. The pool is a destination pool, but this will serve the people that are in this community. We are constantly looking for their feedback and input, and we'll keep tailoring the programs to meet their needs.
I'm Erin Shaw in Vancouver for The Express.
Okay, on today's Olympic Legacy Special, we've toured Hillcrest Community Centre, the Richmond Oval, the Vancouver Convention Centre, and Thunderbird Arena. And it's time now for the fastest track in the world, the Whistler Sliding Centre, where it's not just Olympians who are racing at top speeds.
It's nice and warm outside, so the ice is nice and soft, so it's pretty easy to drive.
The conversation of a once recreational loser is now beginning to sound a lot more like an experienced athlete, as this 14-year-old readies for one of her almost daily training runs at the Whistler Sliding Centre.
She started basically the day this track opened, and has been traveling back and forth between here and Calgary to get her run volumes up. She really has some great potential. She's ran in the Olympics for the women's event in their training.
Today, Jenna Spencer is sliding at speeds of 125 kilometers per hour. The Whistler Sliding Centre has afforded youth in the Sea to Sky corridor some unique opportunities. Thanks to its creation, BC now boasts a provincial luge development team, a crew of 8 to 14-year-olds who are picking up speed in more ways than one.
2 weeks ago, I won first place at a BC Cup. These two are from the Canadian Championships. This one is gold from the Canadian Championships last year, and this is silver from 2 years ago.
In the last couple of years, Calgary has hosted the Youth Canadian Championships. In a few weeks, the kids from Calgary will be coming here for Youth Canadian Championships. The Youth Canadian Championships is taking place on February 26th, and Junior Canadian Championships is the weekend after on March 6th.
Many of Canada's 2010 Olympians had their start in recreational programs such as these, including gold medalist John Montgomery. The adult program here at the Whistler Sliding Centre is growing as well.
We have started a recreational program for skeleton and bobsleigh. It is a requirement to take a driving school for either sport, and we offer those a couple times a year. We have some of them coming out 5 times a week, and some of them are aspiring athletes and may eventually make it on to the America's Cup team or even the World Cup team. Some of them are just out here for fun and they just can't get enough of it.
For Jenna, a position on the junior national team is expected within the next couple of years, thanks to her dedication and the field of play the Whistler Sliding Centre provides.
I like the speed here and like the tight curves. Here it's really like you have to be on the ball.
And here, this Olympian of tomorrow now gets to call the fastest track in the world her own. From Whistler, I'm Nicole Fitzgerald for Shaw TV.
Inspired to give it a try? A skeleton experience tour will be open to the public this February, with a bobsleigh one soon to follow. There are also lots of celebrations planned for the 1-year anniversary of the 2010 Olympic and Paralympic Games. And that's where we're shining our Express Spotlight. Featuring beautiful illuminated lanterns, Lunar Fest is Canada's premier presenter of contemporary expressions in Asian arts and culture. The second annual Illuminate Yaletown is a free 2-night celebration. This entertainment-filled street party will feature spectacular light installations from local artists. Relive the excitement on Granville Street that we experienced during the Olympic and Paralympic Games. Granville Street will be activated from Smythe to Dunsmuir and will feature street performers and street hockey. And for another big party, February 11th to the 13th, it's the Celebrate Live weekend here in Whistler, which is part of a bigger month-long Whistler Winter Arts Festival. Now that's it for today's Express Olympic Legacy Special. Thanks for watching.